Omni Movie uses full-size VHS tapes, plays Hollywood movies, all your own.
Retro Review is right. It's another week of Retro Review.
That was the best.
That's what I look like when I get.
Did you lose your thought?
That's what I look like when I take a shit. I go like.
By the way, I was waiting to see how long you could hold that.
It started to hurt by the end because it was like there were like little mini muscles above my eyebrows that were tensing, and they clearly like don't get enough exercise, so they were all like, Hey, people!
That's when you realize this song is longer than you think in your head. Like,
that song is shit. Long. That song is it's awesome, but it's long. Hey. We're back with another retro review. We told you people, we're basically going to be doing retro reviews all month because there's nothing in the theater that we really give a shit about. And I did want to explain this. Last week, we watched Strange Days, which we loved. And Mark and I kind of like, I think as a reaction to that, because we watched this like super dystopian, dour, like sad sci-fi movie. We wanted to watch a sci-fi movie that was like hopeful or had like a bit of a more of a fun element. So we decided we were going to correct that mistake and unofficially make this month like a sci-fi month. It's not official, but just letting you people know all the retro reviews this month are pretty much going to be sci-fi movies. And
what do you mean, you people?
What the hell you mean, you people? It happened purely by coincidence because we just decided in the spur of the moment that's what we wanted to do. So this week, our fun sci-fi movie, the answer to Strange Days, is another James Cameron movie, one he wrote and directed, called The Abyss from 1989. And
it's crazy that it's an 80s movie, by the way.
Well, it's 80s, but it's relevant now because this is 4K. I don't know if you watched your copy in 4K.
Oh, so I did.
I watched my copy in 4K. So the big deal, just so people know for context, if you don't know, James Cameron re-released this, I believe, on his birthday, right? Wasn't it like a one-night-only thing in theaters? He was like, for my birthday, because I'm James Cameron, I have completely remastered my movie in 4K, and I'm releasing it in theaters nationwide because America will do whatever the fuck I want them to do.
By the way, what were the numbers?
Oh, I don't know. It's just a one-night event. I don't even think they were recorded or reported. I don't think anybody reported those numbers.
It was like backdraft. It's like no one went for his birthday.
One more person went, and it was James Cameron's mom. It was his birthday.
It's him and his mom.
It's just him and his mom enjoying it. She's like, I like this one, Jimmy. Good job.
This is a really underrated one.
This is really underrated. What's Ed Harris's phone number? He looks limber. That's what his mom's like a nympho. She really wants to get with Ed Harris. What's his deal?
I like that, but she's like an octogenarian nympho, so she has to go after like pruny Ed Harris.
She has to, yeah, she knows her audience, you know? She's like, I'm not going to get the Michael Beans of the world.
He looks like a leather Birkin bag now.
Who's this gentleman who looks like a flesh bowling ball? Is that Ed Harris? He's my type of guy.
I guess you're never going to work with Ed Harris.
It's relevant to our show because this is a 4K treatment of this movie. It's not available on disc yet. I mistakenly thought it was. That's not coming till March. The physical disc is coming in March. But the 4K copy, you can watch right now. Like, if you go and rent it online or pirate it like Mark does, you can watch the 4K copy and see what James Cameron's mom saw on his birthday in the theater. You're watching the 4K remastered version. And oddly enough, I mean, we'll get there. We'll talk about it. But I'm glad you watched it in 4K. I watched it in 4K. So that's really what spurred this review as well. We're going to talk about what the 4K looked like. If we thought it looked awesome or not. Spoiler, it did. Come on.
It looked fucking amazing.
It looks fucking amazing. And I'll just rip this Band-Aid off as a tease before I even get to housekeeping. This is like in a two-way tie with my favorite James Cameron movie ever made.
Oh, really?
The Abyss to me is almost like a 5-star movie. If there's like maybe one thing that keeps it from being a 5-star movie, in my opinion, I would put this and T2 are my favorite James Cameron things ever created in life, I think. Where does The Abyss stand for you? Is it like a favorite or is it?
I think it was one of the introductions I had to James Cameron. As a kid, I fucking loved it. I thought it was awesome. And it was like, I don't know, it felt so unique. And you actually felt, one of my favorite movies is probably my favorite movie is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. As a kid, I would watch the hell out of that VHS tape and just seeing how awesome those underwater effects were. But then later seeing The Abyss, I was like, 20,000 Leagues looks like dog shit because this movie's fucking insane. I think it's one of his best movies because it's like, it's pretty much all physical effects. And even the aliens were, I think, practicals too. I don't know if I sent you that auction, but they had that like plastic version of it with the lighting and all that other shit.
The only CG elements are the tentacle. That's it. And it took them, that's like a very famous turning point for ILM.
That aged really well.
It looks fantastic, that water
especially
tentacle.
When it gets chopped in half.
Yeah, and it has like that severed flat side that's just like reverberating
and
in the
then
air.
It collapses.
Shit looks fucking awesome. All right, so we're going to kiss James Cameron's ass this episode, which is suitable because I like to make fun of him and bash him. I don't like... This is what I realized last night, Mark. I don't like Avatar James Cameron. I like everything that came before.
James Cameron.
Everything that came before, dude. Piranha 2, The Spawning, Terminator, Terminator 2, Aliens, True Lies, The Abyss, even fucking Titanic. I will stand by all of those and his producerial efforts as well. I don't fucking like the Avatar. So I think in this new Avatar period, his fucking blue period, his blue cat people period, I'm out.
What is he, Picasso?
Yeah, it's his blue cat people period. I'm out. But all his shit before...
Can I say, what don't you like about it, just out of curiosity?
I just don't like that for all the things you just said, how you were like, look at these awesome physical effects. Look at how real this shit looks. The Avatar shit is never going to look real to me. I'm sorry. My eye is not tricked. I'm wowed by the technology, but I'm never fooled. Blue cat people, they look like PlayStation. They look like characters.
Well, you know what? I place them. I know this is going to sound weird because I'm not a big animation movie fan, or it's not my go-to, but I place these movies as his, like, how Zemeckis had his digital period where he was made. That's what James Cameron is going through now. But
he's going through his Zemeckis period.
I just consider these like animated films, and then it helps me break away from that because when you watch the first one, it has aged a bit.
Oh yeah,
because the second one's going to age so much better. Yeah. So as they progress,
give it 5 years.
6 of these, right?
He's going to do 6 of these. They're already shooting the 3rd one. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I think at this point, you kind of know. It's kind of like Fast and Furious. You know if you're in or not. You know if you want to go see these movies and you're a fan of these movies, and if you're not, you get off the train now.
But you do watch them though, right? In the theater.
I watch them in the theater just to stay relevant. But like, do I think I'll see the 3rd one? I mean, I'll probably catch it eventually, but I don't think I'm going to rush out to see it.
Can I say one thing though? Like, even from a tepid review point, I'd rather go see these movies than those new Marvel films. Like, to me, his entertainment value is still. Yeah, I know they're always saying it's like, it's a Ferngully ripoff, it's Dances with Wolves, but there's something really, the way he treats the military-industrial complex
dude,
is really cool.
He could still direct an action sequence like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like those Avatar movies, but there are sequences in both movies that I'm like, this is fucking effective.
Yeah.
But
that's where I feel it's enough to bring you to the theater,
but
because
it's a
you'll
little
know
bit.
something.
This is like another conversation, but it's a little bit him covering his own hits. He's playing his hits a little bit. Because, like, there were bits he's already covered in Titanic that he kind of reused in Way of Water. There were bits in the first Avatar he kind of took from himself in Aliens. Like, I get it, it's cool, but he's also doing shit he's done already.
Yeah. But to be honest,
but it works.
The thing is, it's because it's like, they all, since Titanic, they're all making like $2 billion, which is insane for like an original
Dude, clearly
property,
he is
essentially.
right and I am wrong. I will fully acknowledge that. James Cameron is like.
By the way, not that money
like,
equates good movie, but there's something
No,
about him
but
that pulls a lot of
when you
people into the audience.
continuously rule the box office and make the highest grossing movies ever made, I would probably say that guy knows a little bit more than me about what makes a successful movie. Clearly,
By the way,
knows.
I do understand your point, and I do get it. Like, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
outside of watching, I'll be completely honest. Like, outside of watching these movies in the theater, I don't watch them on the small screen. I feel
Yeah,
as
that's
though
the
it's
thing.
like
I
it
don't
has
even
its
think you'd
time
watch
and
them
place.
on
Yeah.
your big screen in your place now. I think you'd be like, it's not going to be the same. You'd
Yeah.
rather watch one of his classic Camerons, right? Those are like the classic Camerons. Now, anyway, this was a long-winded way of us saying
True Lies.
Mark likes the Avatar movies. He's gone on record saying I don't like them.
And the creator.
But we both we align with the old school Cameron shit. That shit is
I would say, like,
beatable.
yeah,
It is
pretty much
unbeatable.
all is. I haven't seen Piranha 2, but I'm sure it's super fun.
You gotta see Piranha too.
Maybe I will watch that this week. Actually,
Okay.
I should
All
make
right.
a note of that.
Mark, it's gonna blow Avatar out of the water. I want those piranhas from Piranha 2, The Spawning, to eat those Na'vi people and fucking devour them alive, rip the meat off the bone.
If you're saying he's going back to his previous ones, that could be the
Maybe
one.
that's coming. Yeah, he's gonna cover that in Avatar 3. There'll be flying piranhas. You'll see. All right, let's do some quick housekeeping. We're gonna give Tommy Boy the week off. Let's do it like this week. Haku Mashente from the Scorpion King. Haku Mashente to all of you. We want to let you guys know Haku Mashente, true Haku Mashente, can be found on our Patreon, patreon.com/The Matt and Mark Movie Show. You can click the link in our show notes. Help support the show for as little as $1 and get yourself some access, son. Get access, you heard? Get access to some fucking extra podcasts, extra video content, fun little bonbons of content. You can also help support this show. And we appreciate all our patrons and we love them. And you can do also fun little stuff like comment first. And I make sure to read all the Patreon comments. Like we have one of those this week, by the way. Oops. So do look out for that. If you want to leave us a voicemail, it's 707-948-6707. I'm going to take this opportunity to announce something. Jeff, since he's not been leaving voicemails, he's decided to make amends. And he's coming on the show next week. Next week, the king of voicemails, Jeff, returns to the podcast. The king of voicemails. He returns. We'll be reviewing, fuck it, I'll just tell you what it is. It's another retro review. We're going to be reviewing Pandorum, another movie that Mark loves. Mark's having like a real month this month.
I know.
I'm really doing this for you, buddy. This is Mark's month. Mark loves Pandorum. So again, kind of keeping with our, I don't know how unofficial it is if I keep talking about it, our unofficial sci-fi theme for the month.
Well,
We're going to space, right? We had our sci-fi noir with Strange Days. This week we're going sci-fi adventure underwater with The Abyss. Next week we're going to space, bitches. For space horror, Pandorum. Jeff from the Lovers of Cinema will be here. And we can, dude, fucking grill him with your questions. I want people to call in and grill Jeff. Grill the king of voicemails.
Where have you been?
Where have you, that's right, thank
I
you.
can't do it by myself.
Thank you. Where have you been, Jeff? And, you know, follow us on all the socials and YouTube at The Matt and Mark Movie Show, Instagram, TikTok, all that good shit. Okay. Dude, let's quickly talk about the 4K. Because, I don't know, like, you know this movie well, right?
Sort of.
Yeah, same. I'm in the same boat as you. I think I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid because it would always repeat on HBO a lot. Right? It was one of those
It's
movies.
one of those movies, if it's on, you just watch it regardless of what point you're in the movie.
Dude. This is like, I call them my bare naked movies, not because I'm watching them bare naked, but like, I'm saying like, this is my metric, right? This is my yardstick for this. If you were taking a shower in your hotel room and you walked out and The Abyss was on, you would sit your wet ass down on the bed and probably finish the movie without drying off because that's how good the movie is. I think there are very few, there are very few like butt naked movies, I think. But I think this is one of them. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. It's like a 5-star movie, I think.
Every movie I watch naked.
Even at the cinema, it's a butt-naked movie for Mark.
Hey, look, now I don't have to buy all these other suits.
Dude, they brought out all the towels ready for you at the backdraft screening, and you never showed up. They're like, the naked guy never came. He never came.
He sanitized his seat and everything.
We had the perfect butt imprint seat for his ass, and he never came. Dude, the 4K, I know we're watching it, like, compressed on a file. I watched it on Amazon Video. I bought it. They had a special. It was like $8. I was like, oh, but that's a steal.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it. Totally. I know I'm Mr. Physical Media, but sometimes it's nice to like add something to your digital library if it's only like $8. Who gives a shit?
And you don't have to open it.
Yeah, you don't even have to open it. Exactly. I thought it looked incredible. Now,
dude, didn't it look like a movie of today?
Yes.
That's how fucking good it looked.
Even the opticals. You know the things that I complain about the most when we watch these 90s movies? I'm like, the opticals don't look good, Mark. It looks weird. It looks fuzzy. It's too high res. They weren't made for this. They were made to be watched on shitty, VHS tapes, like shitty CRT TVs. Like, dude, even the opticals with the fucking fish looked great.
Cameron is smart. He kind of like will wait for the technology to get good. And then use it. He'll innovate, but I think there was one shot that looked weird, which was the one from behind when Ed Harris is swimming with them.
Yeah, when it's pulling him into the ship. Yeah, they didn't get the proportions exactly. Didn't he kind of look
just look so flat?
Did it kind of look like if you were like flying into like the laser tag factory as a kid for your like picture at your birthday party? It kind of looked like that. That was that one shot. That's all. All the rest of them, like, I really wonder.
Dude, the rest of the movie is beautiful.
Dude, he spent the money to re-gussy it up. I'm willing to bet, except for that Ed Harris laser tag shot.
He's like, fuck it.
Yeah, but like all the other shit, I'm willing to bet he touched up because those opticals with the NTIs, the not terrestrial intelligence, those look so good. Those like weird alien fish.
By the way,
look amazing.
Aren't you glad he didn't George Lucas it?
Thank Christ.
He could have, and then they would totally
all these creatures like swimming, dominating the frame.
Just like a dance scene for no reason.
There's a 50s diner on the bottom of the ocean. Hey, Dexter Jetster. Wasn't that his name? Dexter Jetsters, and it was like a fucking diner. It was like a 50s diner, remember that? What the fuck? I love Star Wars, but goddamn. Anyway, the 4K looked great, but here was my one issue with the 4K, just the 4K. I don't know how, I want to see if you had the same version. I would have thought they would have made the 4K the extended version. My version, I don't think was extended.
What?
Okay, so the one thing I remember about the extended version is spoiler for the Abyss. This is like a fucking 35-year-old movie at this point. Spoiler. When Ed Harris is in the ship and he meets the aliens face to face, there's a bit where before they replay his message on the water behind him that says "Love you, wife."
Is there like a dog fight going on?
Can you hear those goddamn dogs outside?
That's so loud. I'm so sorry. No. I was listening, but those dogs were loud.
It's okay, dude. I'm live from the dog fights this week. I want to report.
It's crazy how loud it is.
I want to report that the Bloodhound is down. The Bloodhound is down. So if you bet on him, money was lost. No, when they replay his message behind him, right? Love you. Before that, in the extended version, they show him like footage of like nuclear weapons and shit going off.
It's his browser history.
It's like his browser history. Yep.
Big booties. What the? Well, I don't understand.
But it's DVDA.
You have the power of water.
Why did you use your water to look at my Googles? No, they replay all this footage, but then it's kind of like understood that we're not going to blow you guys up or do anything bad because you typed "I love you." But my version, my 4K, did not have that. Oh, he did not. He didn't play. They didn't play the fucking nuke footage. Did they play it for you?
Did they play the alternative end?
The ending that I got was that the giant ship comes out of the water and raises up, and it's there.
Can I actually, as an aside, I sent you a file for the alternative ending. Can you play that really quick?
Yes, let me share my screen.
I want you
Mark
to
sent
watch
me.
something. And I would
Okay.
like to know what you think.
Here we go. Wait a minute. Was
Did you see
that
that?
real? Was that
Dude, watch it.
real?
Did you see it?
Yes, they fucking pants that guy.
That's real.
And it's in that version, right?
It's in the alternative ending.
So my
Some dude
version,
just gets
my version in that, my version didn't have the wave coming at all. Did yours?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
And it did have, but mine actually had that message in the background.
No, mine had the
love
"I
it.
love you" message, but it didn't. Did the aliens show him
I
like
didn't
stock
no nukes.
footage of nuclear weapons?
And actually, I like that. It actually made
Okay.
the movie more hopeful. And I was like, holy shit, it's cool to have a movie with
Same.
friendly aliens.
So we watched the same. So there's clearly one 4K version, and it's not the extended version. That's the question I wanted answered.
Is the extended version a director's cut, though? Like, what's his favorite version? Or
I
was
thought
that
it
just
was
a
the
money
extended
grab
version, but he's been going out saying this. You know how like he's all about deep sea diving and just fucking being in the water and shit? He literally said something like
prune now.
he's like, "This is my first deep sea film." And like that's really what he wanted to stress. So like I don't know if this clearly is his preferred version. This is the one he remastered and put out in 4K.
It's if that extended version, what you said, the nuke footage, I don't think I would have liked that. I kind of like
Same.
that it's just like, oh, we see that you have feelings of love and care for people,
Yes.
therefore we'll let you live. I don't think it has to be like, well, you're also doing nukes, because then it gets all preachy, and then it's like an
Yes.
anti-nuke movie rather than like a cool underwater alien film, you know?
Agreed. Also, I would think they would automatically know he was good in that alien way where like most movie aliens to me kind of feel telepathic. Like they kind of feel, or even empathic, like they can sense right away if someone's good or bad. So the fact that they brought him in that laser tag shot into their ship kind of tells me right away, like they trust him and know he's a good person, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I think.
No, I agree with that.
yeah.
It is a sign of trust because it's like, it's not done in a security escorting you out of the building after you get fired. It was like, let me take you by the hand and come join me to the control room.
He's got that shitty file box, the same box they give everybody. He's got a plant. They bring him out. What do you guys do? He types
You're
his
fired.
message.
Instead it says, I love you. It says you're fired.
You're fired. It's like Back to the Future 2. You're fired. I'm fired. Oh, God, I'm fired. McFly. I can't do that too much because that's racist. I can't imitate that boss from Back to the Future Part 2. Only Mark can do that as our resident Asian guy. So know your limitations, people. That's what I'm saying. Mark, can we talk about, since we already talked about the ending, can we just fucking talk about the ending real quick? Because I do have a ton of amazing stuff to say, but I do want to point out, I want to start this discussion or add to this. There is one thing that I get why it's there. Like the ending, okay, it is what it is.
Oh, is this
right?
the part you were saying before where you think it kind of falters here?
Yes, because to me, once you commit to that ending and have the NTIs and the whole ship come up and lift the carriers, it is badass and it's a beautiful moment. And I love that it lifts the underwater drilling base up above land so everybody can be together. Then you get that dramatic moment where Ed Harris runs out of the ship, right? To me now, because you did that, the most interesting question happens after the credits roll. Because now I'm like, is society broken now? Like, we just revealed that there's aliens in the ocean. What's going to happen? Eventually, right? They're going to decide to fuck with us or we're going to decide to fuck with them. And to me, it starts bringing up all these questions where I'm like, oh my God, like instead of ending, it's just my brain that does this. Like instead of ending on this beautiful moment where Ed Harris and his wife like relearn to love each other. That's really what this movie is. It's like,
yeah,
it's two broken people in a broken marriage relearning how to love each other. And it's fucking beautiful. I'm not even being an asshole. I think it's genuinely, sincerely beautiful. But the moment is undermined a little bit for me because I have like all these questions. I'm like, is it the government going to come in and fuck this up now? Like, isn't like they can't go on to
That's
have a
the
happy
abyss,
ending and a
too.
beautiful life, right? Because when they go now to go back to the suburbs or go on
No
another
one believes in God anymore.
yeah, dude,
It's a fucking dystopian nightmare.
mankind is broken now. Like, right? I don't know. What do you think of that, dude?
I was just about to praise this movie for how hopeful it was.
It is hopeful, though.
Meanwhile, you're talking about the dismantling of society as a result of the
But
revealing
doesn't
of
it
the
feel
aliens.
like it's a bit of a bigger problem?
Well, think about it this way: like during COVID, the pandemic, they released like they're like there's UFOs, and no one gave a shit.
Maybe they held on releasing this footage. That's what I was
That's why
telling.
this movie's ahead of its time.
That's what I was telling Jess today. I was like, you know what I thought almost would have been cooler than seeing them reunited? Like, don't have the ship come up at all. Have the ship kind of help the underwater drilling base
With like a
surface,
tentacle, like
right? So that it lifts them, and it lifts Ed Harris with them, but they never breach, right? And then that's it. Like, have him rejoin his friends, and there's no like, Jesus, what the fuck is that? Like, because I'm looking at Chris Elliott.
distended anus coming out of the ocean.
Yeah, dude. Can we trust our oceans? Can we drink out of them? We've been peeing, and all the fucking sewage and water filtration plants have been going to the ocean, and
This
we've been
aliens into that.
all of our
me.
all of our piss and shit and everything is all over these people. All
That's
over their
Abyss
ships.
too. The thing's gonna be covered in plastic, like it's gonna be like one of those stupid TikTok videos where they're cutting the plastic off. I'm a good person. I just keep finding all these turtles with plastic wrapped around their
They
neck.
keep-
I swear I'm not doing it.
Coughing up the soda rings, the plastic soda rings. We would have saved Ed Harris, but a soda ring choked our leader. So, you know? I don't know, man, but I think it's a beautiful moment. I think it's a genuinely beautiful movie.
If you don't think about the aftermath of that,
Yes.
it's a very hopeful.
That's a troubling aftermath, is all I'm saying. Let me ask you this, especially in regards to that ending, but there are a couple moments, kind of like the ending, like the upliftingness of it, right? Does this feel a little, and I think it might just be the time period, but does it feel a little like James Cameron kind of doing like his version of a Spielberg movie a little
That's
bit?
exactly what I was going to say. It was like, is this Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Because
Yes.
it's like hopeful, uplifting. However, James Cameron always has to have psychopathic military people.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, I think it's cool, but it sort of feels like you could remove them from the equation and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
It adds to the thrill, and I love it. I love those scenes where they have to where Bud has to sneak around and swim out with Kat to get up, try to around the
it's like
guy,
very
and they're
Metal
watching
Gear
him. and-
Solid.
yeah, just waiting for the powder keg of Michael Biehn to explode. Like, when you know it's going to happen.
Weird though that as he's like not even normal at the beginning, as soon as he's like crazy and they're like,
Just straight away,
wait
yeah.
a minute, they're sending him on a mission to retrieve nuclear warheads. Like, don't they do a psych check? Like, this guy's fucking nuts and his
Well, they're
hands are
SEALs,
shaking
dude.
right off the
They're
bat.
outside of the realm of. They don't have checks and balances, right? It's not like they're like, this is an Army Ranger team. These guys are SEALs.
There's no law in the ocean.
yeah, these guys are fucking.
I'm ready.
That's such a great reveal, though. Like, that he cuts her off in that first sub. And she's like, you know the signs of pressure psychosis. Shaking of the hands. You get agitated. He's like, I said we're fine. She leaves. The next time you see him, his fucking hand's shaking. It's just so... It's so simple, but it fucking works, right?
There's a lot of, oh no, moments
Yep.
in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
And also a lot of,
100%.
oh, come on. Like, when they get to some setback from one of these dopey military guys, it's just like shooting shit for no reason. That being said, by the way, those sets with the submersibles when they're
Yes.
moving them around in those spaces,
The
that
two
was
cabs.
like mind-blowingly good.
It
Also,
looked amazing.
when Michael Biehn finally gets offed and that thing, it
Oh,
just
the implosion.
pressure implodes it looks.
Yeah.
When I was watching this, I rewatched that like several times because that effect looks so fucking good.
It looks so real, doesn't it? The guy's fucking liquefied.
It scared the shit out. And this movie actually, to me, as a kid, is almost like a horror movie because the pitch black nature of everything. And I think
Yeah.
in the tanks, they like didn't they put like dye in there to like darken the water.
Yeah,
But
they
it
put
looks-
dye, and they also they shot this movie in these two giant like industrial tanks, and they filled them with water. Apparently it took like 5 or 6 days to fill it with fucking water. And this is, if that wasn't crazy enough, and they add dye to the water, fucking James Cameron was like, apparently he put tarps, like giant tarps, over the tops of the tanks. So if your light goes out, it's truly black. Like you can't see anything.
Didn't
And it
Ed Harris
drove the
almost
actors
die?
insane. Yes, every actor in this movie, apparently this movie was fucking insane to make. And the actors almost quit and they revolted. They would like be like they would be in their dressing rooms, or they would be throwing couches and shit out of their windows. I'm not kidding. Ed Harris refuses to this day to talk about making the movie because it was such a fucking ordeal. He was like, he won't talk about it. Michael Biehn will still talk about it and sign DVDs and shit. I've seen pictures of him signing DVDs.
With his blood. I'll
He
sign that
cuts
for
himself
you.
5 times. Here. His hand's shaking. He's like, oh no, he's still got the
To get these
psychosis.
signatures.
Mary Elizabeth Master Antonio also had a fucking horrid time because apparently in the middle of her big scene where she's been drowned and Ed Harris has
She
to fucking
actually
bring her back to
drowned?
life. She's there with her shirt ripped open. They're pumping on her chest, whatever. She's wet. It's cold. There's no light. And they literally, it's like it's the classic bit. It's like the camera ran out of film and they had to stop in the middle of her take, and she exploded, and she was like, this is fucked up. You're treating us like animals. Like, this is basically, she said the whole shoot was like a human rights violation. She didn't want to be there anymore because it was only
And I
supposed to
think
be like
that's
5 weeks, and it was like 8 months of shooting or something crazy.
damn. By the way, that scene when they have to revive her is crazy.
Yeah. The emotional
Like, that
heights
was
the movie hits,
intense.
dude, are the two big things that are like seared into my brain from this movie are those two moments. The moment where he's got to revive her, because it feels real. Like, the emotional response that you have is as real as what the actors are experiencing, and it feels real. It does not feel staged at all. It really feels like she's dead. I don't know how they achieved it, if it's just like amazing acting, a bit of effects, clever cutting, but like, she feels like she's
She looks
dead. And,
dead. Yeah.
dude, the emotion in that moment when he's screaming and he keeps trying to do CPR, keeps trying to raise her up, fucking amazing. And the other thing that, dude, to this day, even before I fucking watched this movie for the show this week, the shit where he's got to breathe the liquid oxygen.
Oh my
always
God,
fucks
yeah.
me. I always think about it. Like, even if we're not
It
even
looks
talking about the
scary,
abyss.
by the way, when
Oh,
you're
Jesus, it
watching
looks
it.
horrifying. It looks horrifying, dude.
Like, I was like, was this the scene where he almost drowns or something?
No,
Like-
apparently not. So I read the Wikipedia, and it said that he didn't breathe. That is real, by the way. That liquid. This is terrifying. That liquid oxygen shit is real.
Does it work?
I don't know. They have never tested it on human beings. They have tested it on animals, and I know that because you know the part where they put the guy's rat in the solution.
Yeah, that was freaking me out. Actually, I was
That's
like, are they
real.
gonna kill us?
They really put that fucking rat in there, and it
And it
survived because it can work. So that's why they literally, like, when you're watching them tip
Wow.
it back up so that the fucking fluid can leak out of its lungs, that's real. That's all 100% real. That's not
Holy
not an
shit.
effect. But
Damn.
with Ed Harris, what they did
doesn't
was they just pumped fluid into, like, he had basically like a double
Yeah.
visor on his helmet. So they pumped fluid in, but it was hard to act through that because the fluid was constantly pumping and it would fuck with the pressure of the water in his helmet. So it would like go up his nose. It made it really hard to like act. You know what I mean? And he's got to act through all that shit. This movie sounds like a fucking nightmare. But it's
I mean-
incredible. Look what they made.
That's. I mean, I feel as though the movies that you read about being nightmares, they always turn out to be these masterpieces, like Blade
dude.
Runner. I always
Fit-
have to throw out Blade Runner.
Fitzcarraldo,
Yeah,
one of the best movies
like
of all time.
anything with Klaus Kinski in it and Werner Herzog.
Werner Herzog's The Abyss. I'm with you though, man.
With Klaus Kinski.
with Klaus
as
Kinski.
Michael Biehn's character.
Yep. He's definitely got the psychosis, dude, for sure. Klaus Kinski's got the psychosis.
He would actually be killing people in the cast.
But I'm with you. Like, I like that you talked about the hope. Like, it is a hopeful movie. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you watch these two broken people. They hate each other at the beginning of the movie, and you watch them
you
rekindle
can
their
still
love,
tell
and it's
they-
fucking beautiful.
But even though they have those moments of like where it's post split, you can still see they care about each other.
Yeah.
It's like brilliant acting on their part. Like outside of it being like this sci-fi movie, it's a really good character study of these two people and also the other people surrounding them too. By the way, going back to that revival scene, just the reactions on the actors that are just standing around is like it really heightens that tension too, where you think so I haven't seen this movie in a very long time, and I actually thought, I was like, oh shit, does she actually get revived? I had forgotten about that because I didn't remember the ending at all. So I was like, shit, does she die? I just remember that moment being very like traumatic to watch because as a kid, you're like, the actor's dead.
And they make it seem like they're walking away because at one point the cat guy is like, she's had enough, it's over. And then they kind of stop for a minute and you're like, oh shit, I thought the same thing too. I was like, wait a minute,
even Ed
I remember
Harris
her
gives
being
up
there
for a bit.
Yeah, he does, and he goes.
And then I was like, oh shit, is this like
good scene? It's such a good scene, man.
God,
that's what we talk about. You know, we talk about like shorthand, like economical screenwriting. Like, I feel like this is one of those examples. Like, you like all the crew kind of instantly. You get who each person is. Even the idea of the hammer, that guy's fist, is brought up the first time you see him when the hippie guy's fucking with him. And then when Michael Biehn runs out and that guy is there to back Ed Harris up and hits him with the fist, it is such an exhilarating moment. And
that
it was set up for you
and him
like an hour before.
Back.
Yeah. I love the way there's almost like a flash of white too, like when he gets hit. When he punches the guy, I swear there's like a blip of like boom, white, and Michael Biehn just like flies back in slow motion. It looks so good. It's so fucking good.
That's another thing. It's like, I can't think of one. It's sort of like every single frame is beautiful in this movie. I know we said the exception to that one scene, but prior and following, everything looks gorgeous. Like, it feels so believable, especially when they're coming out of those big tanks and they're slightly rusty. I don't know. I felt like they built everything for real.
Yeah, dude. Even they're like those big, you sent me, like Mark was sending me like pictures over the weekend from like the fucking little cab subs they drive in, and he was like, wouldn't these have been awesome action figures when we were kids? And I was like, yes. Like, even those, every bit of design, whether it's practical with how they're shooting in the tanks or whether it's like the creative of like, hey, this is how these cool submarine things are going to look. Like, it's all aces, man. It all looks good. This is like the James Cameron that I love.
He actually makes you excited to go to movies. It's like, oh, wow, I can't wait to see another one of his films because you're going to get transported to another universe. That's for sure. Like, I've never felt like, I'm like, oh, this is a movie. Usually when I watch Avatar 2, there are moments where like, shit, I feel like I'm in this real universe.
Right. You separate yourself from the movie in the movie theater. You're just experiencing the story. Right? Isn't that that's like when you know a movie's working on you. That's why, by the way, I wouldn't even lose Michael Biehn and the military guys because like I wouldn't want to lose out. I know it is totally extraneous to the plot, but I wouldn't want to lose out on the thrills. You know me, I love the fucking thrilling shit. All those sequences are so thrilling where they're trying to like get around those guys and basically fight back. But also, if you look at it from a character perspective, it's actually smart. Like, it may seem extraneous to the main plot, but it helps unite the crew, the guys that we like more and more, against them. And it gives you these little character moments, you know, like we get more with Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio and Ed Harris. Like, there are things that come from that because of that, right? I also love when the jammer guy wakes up. Like, it's fucking awesome.
And also, like I said, just not having that death scene in there would be like, you don't want to lose that. That is
no way, dude.
Terrifying. Also, by the way, another reason why I say this movie is terrifying. You know how Jaws, when that dead body pops out of the boat?
Yep.
This one is like when they're going through the submarine and it's just all these bodies floating around. That's one of my biggest fears.
When the jammer guy starts freaking out. Yeah, and he's like, everybody around me's dead. Everybody's dead. Like, for some reason, I've heard and seen characters go through that on land, like in spy movies, you know, Mission Impossible. Like, everybody I know is dead. And I'm like, for some reason, when that guy says it underwater inside the wreckage of a submarine, like, I felt it. Like, I felt afraid for a moment. You know what I mean?
That panic, too, of just being trapped and, like, you can't move. This movie makes you it definitely transports you into that wreckage and any of these sets. It just feels like it feels claustrophobic, but not in an uncomfortable way. It just is like it's so believable. Like there's no light. I don't know. It's by the way, the other thing too, when that crane falls down and he's such a brilliant the way he blocks scenes is so brilliant. Just seeing the cable coiling in front of them through the window, and you don't know if that whole structure is going to fall in front of you or on top of them. The suspense in this movie is insane.
It is. It's fucking great. That is a great sequence.
I didn't think that on rewatching this. I thought I would be like, oh, I'm going to be able to see like all the like. It's like now that I'm a more mature movie watcher and like I know how things work, and I'm not a kid anymore, I'm just going to find all these things that are annoying. And then it was just like, this movie looks fucking real.
Yeah, dude. And you're in it, right? Because of the genius of James Cameron's storytelling. You're just like immersed in the movie. I don't even give a shit. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to sequences. I was just like, Jesus Christ, are we going to fucking die? Is this thing going to fall on top of us right now? like as if I was there. You know what I mean? Like,
you have a surround system, by the way?
Not like yours. Mark has like the pimp daddy one. I don't have that.
Dude, you have to, because when the water is rushing through those bulkheads, you can like feel it going all around you. This is probably one of the most immersive movie experiences I've ever seen at home.
Fucking
it's
bastard.
so goddamn good.
By the way, that's one of the scenes where Ed Harris almost drowned, is when they had to flood the like a corridor of him going from one door to another. I think it's the sequence where he's running and like he sticks his hand in and the door gets jammed by his wedding ring.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the sequence. Like he didn't shut a door fast enough or something and the water knocked him off his ass. Jeez. And then all of a sudden it's filling up fast because it fucking rushes in. And before you know it, the fucking guy, you know, he can't breathe.
By the way, God bless him for not quitting and like
finishing
the movie. God bless all of them for finishing this movie, despite imagine not having this movie.
The conditions, the working conditions.
By the way, that one scene, speaking of water filling up, when it's revealed that they have to save her, and the only way they can do it is she has to drown. When it's filling up and she's like, I'm scared. And it's just, you see that water level just rapidly decrease it. Oh God. Man.
And you know that the cold of the water physically
when
hurts
she, by
her.
the way,
she plays that so well.
It feels like I felt cold just because of the way she acted that entire scene.
Yes.
Like the panic and everything.
It's brilliant acting. Like, I don't think much of that lady. Like, I really know her as Maid Marian from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And I know her also from The Perfect Storm, right? Another water movie. I don't, I'm like, she's good, but like, this is her movie, dude. Like, she blows me away with the acting in this, but even that little choice, like, to show you that her hands are freezing, you buy it. You're like, fuck. Yeah. And it make, like you said, dude, you're sitting on the couch in your house and you feel cold all of a sudden because you're identifying that much with what she's doing. It's a really stellar performance.
Oh, yeah. But then you can also say maybe James Cameron, the condition was actually that.
He made it, yeah. He's
not to take away from her
dude,
acting,
he's such a good asshole, though. He has a great asshole quote where he was like, listen, they were like asking him about how all the actors were bitching about the conditions and stuff on set. And he was like, listen, because there's that shot, right? I had it on our Instagram today. There's that shot of him directing with like a fucking, like, in a deep sea diving suit. You know what I'm talking about? And he's like, while they were sitting around for an hour trying to decide what magazine to read, I was underwater working, breathing compressed air, i.e. like he doesn't give a fuck what they went through because he was basically underwater the entire time. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, he likes it, so does it really matter to him? You know, that guy's always in a submarine since he did the fucking
Dolphin
Titanic.
Man. Fucking Aquaman. This guy is the real Aqua. He, like, loves the water. This fucking guy. He won't get out of it. It's like,
the next one, he can, like, communicate with dolphins.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He talks to them.
If James Cameron, like, turned for a moment and somebody was like, oh, did he cut his neck? Oh, fuck, it's gills. His gills just start reacting.
He's like Mariner in Waterworld.
yeah, dude. He's like the Mariner. He's got webbed feet. Has anybody ever seen James Cameron's feet? They might be webbed. That would explain a lot.
He's actually a seahorse come to life.
Yeah, that's how he was able to
repopulate.
They were like, we've never had somebody able to take a submersible down to the Titanic wreckage before. And he was like, I did it. They're like, how could he do it? The other submarine exploded. It imploded. And it's like, it's because he's aquatic. He goes out there in his webbed feet and shit. With like an old ass Terminator 2 t-shirt on. He's like under the water swimming.
Pants.
No pants, dong hanging out.
Got a fish dog.
He's bottomless.
Merman.
Merman has returned. All the fish people get excited when they see him. He has returned. He blows through a conch shell. Woo-hoo.
That's how he called action.
Yeah, dude. That's how the fish people know to like resurface his submarine. Bring the master his vehicle. Zzz. Woo-hoo. He sits bare ass naked, dripping wet inside the submarine so he can breathe. Appropriate. It's like a bare ass naked movie. Okay. I also want to bring something else up that occurred to me. This has never occurred to me before. But last night, I think this was only like the 6th or 7th time. I haven't seen the movie all that much. I've definitely seen other movies way more. But I like this movie a lot. But I had never noticed this before. And I'm being 100% serious. I think Armageddon ripped this off. Think about it. You've got a crew of oil drillers in an impossible location. The government reaches out to them following this huge crisis, right? Only these drillers, these are the people that we need to help complete this task, right? Armageddon, they got to go to space. The Abyss, they got to go underwater. Okay, check this.
And the relationship, too.
And the relationship, right? It's a fractured relationship. In this one, between father and daughter. In the Abyss, between husband and wife. In Armageddon, there is a guy, Steve Buscemi, I believe, who goes through space madness. He starts to go nuts, and at first he doesn't tell anybody, and then he's full-blown psychotic, and he's fucking shit up. Just like Michael Biehn does in The Abyss. Here's something else fucking crazy. At the end of Armageddon, what happens? Bruce Willis has got to make this like heartfelt goodbye speech. Basically like, it's a suicide mission, I had to leave, to his daughter. Ed Harris kind of does the exact same thing. Both Ed Harris and Bruce Willis are like these balding old tough guys. Okay?
We need another bald guy. If we're going to rip this off, we need a bald guy.
I swear to God, I don't know Armageddon as well as I know The Abyss, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is there not a scene in Armageddon where they sneak a fucking nuke on board and like half the drilling crew doesn't know about it, and then when they find out, they get pissed?
But I thought they had to use nukes in Armageddon. That was like the whole thing, the drill.
See, I didn't remember how important the nuke was to their plot.
I've only seen this movie once, and I kind of want to see it again.
I think now, especially now, dude, having just watched The Abyss, I bet you will notice a fuck ton of similarities with Armageddon.
Okay, you know what? I'll
like to the point where
very similar.
I love Michael Bay. He doesn't write his own movies, but I'm saying his writers for Armageddon ripped off wholesale elements of The Abyss for their space movie.
And the other thing too is like The Abyss is so underrated in my opinion.
Nobody's going to fucking realize what they're doing.
Yeah.
This
nobody watches this fucking movie.
No. I would say this is probably like the least, besides Piranha 2, The Spawning, another ocean movie. This is probably James Cameron's least popular film. That's crazy to me. It's so well made. It's like everybody else. You think of James Cameron, you think of 10 other movies first.
That I feel like The Abyss and True Lies are like...
Right, but I feel like True Lies is kind of having a moment again. Like, I think because it just came out on Hulu or whatever, people are finding it. So now it's like having a bit of a renaissance, and people like Arnold, like, and those actors are having a good time talking about how fun it was to make their movie.
Yeah.
The Abyss actors are like, I don't want to relive this shit ever again.
Kill me! I don't want to do it anymore.
Right? Ed Harris he just fucking goes into a fitful rage, throwing glasses and shit.
That's why he was like,
God damn it!
He has the madness now from The Abyss, but he hasn't told anybody.
That's right. He's got he's got deep sea psychosis.
You see him in the next like interview, and his hands shaking.
Yep.
And then he just has all these like scars.
Yeah, they're like, "Are you a cutter?" No, that's left over
You
from.
heard it here first on the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
I
Ed
accidentally
Harris is a cutter.
cut my arm on the set of Apollo 13 as I was running through a door. No, he keeps getting the story wrong. Somebody else asked him, and he's like, "It's from the Truman Show. Jim Carrey accidentally scratched me." Like the motherfucker's lying,
He's so
man.
in character.
He's fucking lying.
It's from Pollock.
Mark, who's your
the
favorite crew
cans hit my
member
wrist.
in Abyss? Who's your favorite crew member?
Favorite crew member?
Is it
Shit.
Jammer? Is it Cat? Who's your favorite crew member? You can't say Ed Harris. You cannot say Virgil.
I was gonna say. Hold on, I have to look up the cast. Actually,
I'm gonna tell you my favorite. My favorite is Jammer. Because I remember his name, and also because he wears a Green Bay Packers jacket, and that's how you know who he is. My wife, we were watching it last night, and she's like, "Why the fuck is this guy wearing a Green Bay Packers jacket?" And I was like, "So you know he's from Green Bay."
Wait, so you only like him because he's easily recognizable?
No. Also, he has that beautiful moment. He's kind of a gentle giant. I love the gentle giant kind of character. And he's like, "I saw the angel woke me up." I really like that. I like gentle giant characters in movies, so I like Jammer. I also like the Kool-Aid Jammer, and that's another reason I like Jammer, because he's got a good name.
Dude, did you see there's a guy named Dick Warlock?
Yeah, dude. Isn't Dick Warlock like a famous effects guy? Or is he a famous actor?
He's an actor, I think. I don't. It's all these people. They have updated their photos, so I don't know who they are.
Second place for me is the only other person whose name I remember, Cat, because he punches Michael Biehn right in his fucking mug. Because who else you got? You got lesbian cowboy lady.
Oh,
who
yeah,
I
that's
also
right.
thought died. I thought she died, and then the next scene she was there. Remember? Because like her cab, all the shit's falling. You're like, you never see her resolve. You never see her like go back to the base. I was like, oh, she's dead. Nope, she was there. Oh, Hippie. Hippie is the guy. I'm doing this without looking. Hippie is the guy with the rat.
Yeah, okay. I kind of liked him, actually, because he's kind of like
Hippie
a
is
voice
cool.
of reason.
Yeah.
It's like, that's dumb. Why are you
And
guys
some comic
doing that?
relief. Did you also realize that actor, Hippie, was in, again, another Strange Days connection. He was in Strange Days. He gives Lenny Nero the disc that has the
He's
fucking
his-
murder
yeah.
on it.
He
Yeah.
has the his little workshop that they go
Yes.
to, right?
There's your James Cameron connect there.
Damn. Wow.
Also, there's one poor bastard who's kind of definitely on the crew, but he's never given a name or nothing to do. He's the guy who takes a nap and his arm is in a sling. And then later, you know what I'm talking about?
You imagine, by the way, if that actor was like, it's really fucking hard. Just endless days. Taking a nap. Meanwhile, everyone's drowning around him.
You know who I'm talking about? He's the guy that's always by the comms or the screens, like the security screens, but he never does anything. I don't even think he has a single line. He breaks his arm midway through the movie and his arm's in a sling. That's how I know who that is. It's the sleeping guy with broken arm. That guy doesn't do shit. He survives. Yeah.
Wow.
He survives.
Damn. Now I want to rewatch it just for that, actually.
Yeah, see if you can pay
I
attention
totally
to that guy.
missed
He kind of looked like a skinny Gerard Depardieu. You know what I'm talking about? He has like that floppy hair, and he didn't do shit like Gerard Depardieu, just sitting around on his ass doing nothing.
By the way, I'm looking at this cast list, and I'm like, wow, there were a lot of people in this movie.
Fucking Chris Elliott shows up. I forgot Chris Elliott is in the movie. Cabin Boy is in the movie in like a serious part.
Yeah, that's what I want. That threw me off, by the way, because I had watched Cabin Boy maybe last year, and it's like,
is that
this makes it's making me hard to believe this movie now because it's fucking Cabin Boy.
But he loves
and
that.
He's on a boat.
Clearly, James Cameron loves to put like random comedians in his movies, like Tom Arnold in True Lies. Also in fucking The Last Avatar, wasn't Jermaine Clement, the Flight of the Conchords guy? Wasn't he in it too?
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he likes that. So you could clearly see the writings on the wall early. He's like, oh, just put this guy in there, even though he doesn't give Chris Elliott anything to do. He just. He's not even on the crew. He's on the topside crew. That's the lame crew to be on. So they don't have anything to do. And he gets a lot of screen time, too. I was like, Jesus, why do we keep cutting back to Chris Elliott? He's not doing shit. He has all this business. He's looking at radars and sonars and shit.
Another guy that had it easy. Oh man,
Very
that
easy.
was really hard. There was a couple shots, by the way, where it kind of looked like he was green screened in. Where it's like
He's like,
everyone's in this fucking
I
stupid
had to
tank.
pretend to be seasick. And Ed Harris is like, I almost fucking died.
He's like, I couldn't have lunch because I was slightly seasick from my scenes.
I couldn't
Ed Harris
enjoy
is
the lobster
cutting
roll
himself.
that they had prepared for me. Yeah, and Ed Harris is like, I can't clot. His blood just like runs out. It took me 8 hours to clot correctly.
By the way, didn't everyone look like their body fat levels were so low?
Yeah, probably.
Like everyone looked like ripped, and I was
Dude,
like, that
they
must
were
have been
in like
freezing in there.
horrendous conditions, like prison conditions, to give us this amazing movie. Like, I'm actually like you, dude. I think you said this before. I'm gonna echo what you said. I'm grateful to the cast and crew who hung tough so that we could have this movie. And it just sucks that they went through all this shit basically for mainstream audiences at the time to not care.
That's got to be
like,
heartbreaking as a filmmaker to put that much effort into something.
Yeah.
And it's not like that it's a piece of shit that they were like delusional about. This is like a masterpiece movie.
I agree. I would say, like I said, I think this and T2, it's no wonder that Cameron made T2 right after this, because he was probably like, fuck, my career is going to stall. I have to make a guaranteed hit. Everybody loves that goddamn Terminator movie I made. I'm just going to make another one.
That's actually a genius movie if you think about that.
Yeah.
Fuck. He
Especially too,
could have just died.
He's coming off Aliens, which was probably enormous, I would think, right? Like a huge hit, right? Huge blockbuster series. Like everybody knows Alien.
Talked
They're
about
excited
more
to
than
see
the
it.
original, I think. Right?
Yeah, dude. It surpassed the original for sure.
That makes me angry as a Ridley Scott fan.
Ridley Scott version is the best.
But then where do you line up? Because you also are a massive James Cameron fan. You're happy and then sad.
That's the world that I would love if every sequel was directed by another fantastic director that has a great vision. I love it when the sequels should always surpass the original. So the fact that it does makes me super happy because I'm a huge fan of the franchise and I love filmmakers. So. And I'm glad a good franchise managed to get three, I guess, awesome directors back to back. That's pretty nuts.
Fuck yeah, those poor Junette and Caro guys, those poor Frenchmen.
That one,
everybody hates their movie.
I love them, but that movie was a stinker.
It's a stinky. Also, this movie, The Abyss, made me want to rewatch Cabin Boy because of Chris Elliott, and it made me want to rewatch T2 because now I want to go back and watch T2.
I hope you do that as a double feature. Cabin Boy followed by Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator will come after Cabin Boy. You can't watch Cabin Boy after T2. You'll be like, what the fuck?
By the way, I actually saw Cabin Boy at Metrograph, and it was fucking hilarious, especially the ship that had all the beer cans in it, which I forgot about.
Oh my god. Dude, you lucky bastard, because that's such a rare cult film that you got to see that on 35 millimeter.
And they had a lame Q&A after too, with someone that had nothing to do with the movie. It was
somebody that worked at Metrograph.
It was
what was it
guy
like?
that wrote a book on Cabin Boy.
What was it like?
I don't think
to
had
be,
anything to do.
Working in the cafeteria while we were screening this. It was pretty intense, man. I mean, a lot of people wanted our special bitters cocktails. I was here during the Mortal Kombat screening where it smelled like fluff sweat.
I was contributing the smell of the theater for the ambiance and the mise en scene.
The mise en scène. So I want to get to some listener comments and questions because we had a couple. First off, this one comes from our Patreon and it comes from our producer in the booth. She said, this was her first time seeing the movie, I can say. She said she enjoyed it until the very end. She said it reminded her of the movie Contact, except that it's not a hopeful moment. We know what's going to happen. We're going to wind up nuking the aliens. That's what she said.
Wow, you guys have a very bleak, nuke-filled fantasy of this
She
movie.
thought the nuclear warheads were going to go off. And you know what? I kind of don't... I agree with her. I agree.
Can you imagine that? I think if they made that movie today, those nukes would be going off. But because it's a
100%.
more reserved, more mature adult movie, I think they were just more of like a prop of a thing that just happened to be there because it was a submarine. But today there would just be like explosions and
I get it too because you need
would be in it.
I guess because he kind of wrote himself into a hole because you need to have the crew reunited with Ed Harris, but you need them both above the water so that they're safe because they're running out of oxygen. It really is kind of the only solution. You have to have both things up at the same time, and the way to do that is a fucking alien ship. It's James Cameron's summer home under the water. He had to raise it up, carrying the fucking...
That's what he did with the set afterward.
Yeah, he's like, I'll just move in. Our buddy Patrick M wrote in, and this is hilarious. He has a quote. He says, "Life's abyss, and then you die." That's what the production crew of The Abyss says.
That would be a good tagline on the poster.
That is good. He said, "What an exciting and earnest movie. He's always enjoyed it. The extended edition is the only version worth watching." Patrick, I have some bad news for you. That is not the 4K version.
He's watching it on a shitty DVD.
He's like, "Oh no!" So the 4K is this?
Like,
is
I
be
love
interesting.
the Lego Abyss movie.
Wait, I want to see if is the Abyss 4K disc. Is it gonna have both versions?
Oh yeah, it could do that old DVD trick where they're like, "I get every win."
Here we go. Oh, look, Abyss 4K release canceled because of ratings. The Abyss was supposed to get a 4K release. Now it's been canceled over ratings issues related to a certain scene. Is that true?
Really?
No, get the fuck out of here.
What was in that scene? Did someone get disemboweled by an alien or something?
So here's the get the fuck out of here. I hate ads. Here's the, by the way, help support our show. 4K disc, The Abyss 4K. I want to see if it has any other versions. Like, what are the features? I don't know how this site works, Blu-ray.com.
Dude, this site looks so fucking old. It reminds me when I first started collecting DVDs and you'd have these like really bad looking, there was like no branding. It was just like a complete mishmash of
like,
DVD covers.
Fuck. Wait, here we go. Let's see. Official details about the upcoming 4K Blu-ray are now included below. Brand new bonus features. This is Deep Dive, a conversation with James Cameron.
Deep Dive. Whoever came up with that title was like, "God damn, I'm good."
Damn, I could take off the whole week now. The Legacy of the Abyss. Okay. Additional bonus features. Under Pressure, Making the Abyss, an original documentary.
Oh, look, they do have theatrical version and special edition. Is that the same thing?
Oh, maybe that is. Maybe it's you get both cuts of the movie. We would know.
Isn't it weird how they do that? It's like, what is the special edition? Is that the director's cut? Was that the extended version? Is it its own thing? Do we have like 50 versions of this movie?
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? Okay, I don't know. I don't know if we're getting both versions, but it seems like this clue might tell us that it is, because it seems like two different versions.
By the way, my favorite has always been like, just so they can have extra features. It's like, and there's a stills gallery. And I was like, doesn't the movie move? Like, why do I want to watch?
Why do I want
to look at pictures? Here's a picture of one of the scenes.
I used to hate too when it would be like special features, trailer. I'm like, fuck you. The trailer is not a feature.
It's a trailer for another movie that's not related.
Yeah. Buy these other great films from Fox Video.
Booty Call. Like, what?
Soul Plane. Booty Call. Boomerang. It's all like
this is the Oppenheimer disc, God damn it.
Yeah, it's all like 90s urban hookup comedies. Why am I getting these trailers? What did I do? So there you go. Mark, any other thoughts on The Abyss before we close out our episode?
Well, I mean, I guess we spoiled the shit out of it, but I would just say, like, if you've put off watching this movie, please watch it immediately. And definitely watch that 4K copy because, goddamn, it looks good. I think that's the only way to watch it now. If you can't catch it in the theater because it's in for one day, guess what? I think it as an at-home viewing, it's great.
It looked spectacular. And like I said, like, I'm just going off whatever digital file. Like, I had a UHD file, 4K. It's clearly this new 4K version because that's the cover art. It's that special, like, blue kind of cover art. So I'm thinking it's the exact
crisp
4K presentation that was played at James Cameron's birthday party. That's what I'm going to take away from that.
He's wearing the hat too. Like
He's got his helmet on. Yep. Party hat on top of the helmet. All right, guys. It's like, these fucking actors can suck my aqua balls. I breathed compressed air for fun. Ed Harris got mad because he couldn't have a lobster.
It'll be funny if that's the story he always tells at parties, and people are just like, "Oh God, he's gonna tell that fucking story where he had it worse than the actors because he was there twice as long."
Nobody
Christ.
bring up the abyss. Nobody bring up swimming, deep sea diving, submarines, anything.
Get rid of the shrimp. No fish.
Right? Get him out of his eye line. He cannot see it. No shrimp cocktail. Put it away. Throw it out.
Some guy shows up late and strolls in with like a fucking like Bloody Mary with the shrimp, and he's like, "Hey, that reminds me of them." They're like, "Jesus Christ!"
Like, it's raining cats and dogs out there. It's so wet. Oh no! So you think that's wet? I was
Been in a dive tank for 16 hours.
3 years. My skin is so shriveled. I don't even have to poop anymore. I eat something and the matter excretes through my pores instantly. Like a sponge. That's how pruny I am. My next deep sea film. I echo everything that Mark said. I think this is an amazing film, and I actually think it's quite beautiful. And I think there are real emotional moments. I would even call them. I'm not even being a dick. I know this is a silly fart joke podcast, but listen, there are real moments of sincerity that I would call soul stirring. Like, and I truly, my soul.
Is that because we mentioned booty call?
And it was because of booty call. Mine soul was stirred, Mark. Mark, get ready. Next week, we go from the depths of the ocean up to outer space, dude. For one of Mark's favorites. This is Mark month, is really what this is. For another one of Mark's favorites, Pandorum. And we'll be here with Jeff from the Love of Cinema. That's it.
Wait.
We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.